Okay, this is going to be short and sweet, but this is possibly the most important video in that we just need to look at what is a logarithm. And a logarithm is just, not wanting to belittle it, but it is just another way of writing a power. So they're not magic, but they do combine and they work differently to normal numbers, so they take a little bit of getting used to. The reason we use logarithms a lot in everyday life is if you've got an exponential function, so you've got something that is growing really quickly, we looked at that last lesson, then you might want a way of actually writing down the value of this function without the numbers getting ridiculously big. And this really is where logarithms comes in. If you're doing physics, you will do some converting exponential graphs into straight line graphs using logs, and we're going to go on to do that. So you may have seen that already. So that's almost your definition of a logarithm. So if we have a power, let's do a nice easy power. So 2 cubed equals 8. Then we can talk about the base being 2, so that's like the base of my power. The power, or the index, but I tend to call it the power, so I use my own language, is 3. And so this is exactly the same, so I'm going to do an if and only if symbol here to say mathematically these two things are the same as saying that log to the base 2 of 8 is equal to 3. So this is the base here of the power, and this bit here is the power. So you're basically saying what power do you raise 2 to get 8? So 2 times 2 times 2 is 8. So the answer is 3. So your first, excuse me, your first rule of logarithms is that if a to the power b is equal to c, that's exactly the same as saying that log to the base a of c is equal to b. We're just working with positive bases. So that is your first rule. There's going to be some more rules, but that's the first of them, so don't forget it. So a couple of quick examples. 2 to the x equals 32 means that log to the base 2 of 32 is equal to x, and 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 is 32. 2 to the power 5 is 32. So log to the base 2 of 32 is equal to 5. If instead we had, I hope it's not going to fit on one board, y is equal to log to the base 4 of 64, then you can rewrite that as a power. So base power 4 to the power y is equal to 64. 4 times 4 times 4 is 64. So y is equal to 3. So I want you to just do a little bit of bookwork to start with, just using some powers that you can work out in your head and not using a calculator. William, hope you're listening. And then we will go on to using calculators. It could be that you get a negative answer. So if you've got something like 2 to the power of x is equal to an 8, then log the base 2 of an 8. So an 8 is 1 over 2 cubed, which is 2 to the power of minus 3. So the power you raise 2 to get to an 8 is minus 3. So logarithms can give you negative answers as well, but we'll look at that as we go on a little bit more. So I'll pop some questions on your lesson notes for you to do from there.